And we are back here in Alabama. Hawk Pride. This is one of our favorite off-road parks to come to. We've had a ton of racing action going on this morning. We're halfway through our day. We're getting ready to kick off the second half. We took a quick intermission, let everybody grab some food, grab some snacky snacks. Mama Biden took care of us. We're Matt and Bree on Hillside Live for Rock Racing Television. We're excited to come back from you guys. We have, I believe, youth class is going to kick us off. I think that'll be the first thing we do, and then side-by-side some big bouncers. Is that right?
Yeah, we have our UTV youth class, followed by UTV bounty, and then we'll be back with the bouncers. Everybody's running Hill 2 now. Our youth class did awesome on course 1. They all finished it. Nobody got lost. No mishaps. They did great. Our UTV bounty class, we can't quite say the same for.
Yes.
They were all DNFs. We had 14 in a row that could not conquer the Mickey Thompson mountainside. But they gave it their best shot. And then in the bouncer class, we had a pretty good finish rate, a few DNFs, but they definitely went and showed out on the mountainside.
About two-thirds finished, so that's good.
Yeah, so we've had a great day of racing so far at Hawk Pride. You guys make sure that you're watching on the Rock Racing TV Facebook page, the one that says broadcast and media, something or other, not the group page. And we will not be watching on the SRRS page now for the future. We will be going from Rock Racing TV, so we want to be able to see your questions and comments, so y'all join us on that page.
Randy jumping in there with us. Got some people jumping in there. Again, we're getting our live feed all set up. We're going to kick it off with the youth. Got all our youth class getting set up down there.
So Clara Hoback took the first spot on course 1 for the youth class. She did a great job. And then Gatlin Wills was in second place, and Brantley Havens in third place. Those are our top 3 in our youth class from course 1. So we'll see how things shake out for course 2. I don't know if they're going to make it a little bit longer or if they're running the same course again. I'm not sure.
I've heard they're going to do something a little rockier, but that could be just attempt just to give them a little bit more of a scare, tease them a little bit. So,
well, either way, I think these kids can handle it. They've let's see, pretty much all of them have been racing with us for most of the season so far, and I think that they're ready. They're ready for it. So we'll see what happens with those guys. Of course, for the bounty class and the bouncers, they will be running the same course, same hill, and we are going to be using the No Respect Hill or the Yukon Wall, as we're calling it today. So
and they'll be going
changing things up a little.
Up that, and then turn around and come directly down. So it's going to be a little crazy. So, okay.
We're listening to a little radio chatter.
Sounds like we got some wind blowing through one of our mics. Okay. I was like, sounds like I'm like, we got a wind coming through a mic somewhere?
We found the culprit.
Taylor's like, oh, it's just my air conditioning blowing on me. Oh,
hey,
so rough.
Where's our fan?
Yeah, where's our fan at, Taylor? Oh, look at this guy.
Well, Taylor, we love having you as a fan, but I'd kind of rather one that pushes some air right now.
Yeah. We appreciate that. Thanks, Taylor.
Oh, good times. Good times. Do we have anyone on the starting line?
Yes.
Okay. Checking everybody.
I'm so glad that Clyde made us hustle back in here.
Yeah, it's a good time.
To go live. Matt and I were like trying to eat some food real quick.
It's okay.
He didn't even eat his lunch yet.
Yeah, it's still over here, staying warm, hopefully.
Oh, this is race life.
Yeah, you might hear me eating my Philly cheesesteak, which looks amazing. So.
Listen, he didn't offer to get me any.
I didn't even bring my own food. My good friend Eric brought me back food.
Basically, we need better friends, Taylor.
Right, yeah. This is bring my friends so they can serve the production crew type now.
Taylor, I shared with you.
You know what? They did look pretty good, though. I'm not going to lie.
It is good. It's like adult Lunchables.
It is. It looks pretty tasty. And it looks fairly healthy, too. Not just, what I would eat normally.
Yeah. What you would normally eat doesn't keep most people alive, Matt. There's our starting line. All right, they are working on getting course cleared, guys. Taylor, what's our update, if you please? All right, should we go to a commercial? Or are we real close? That camera is having some problems. Crystal might need to change your batteries again. Welcome to Behind the Scenes with Hillside Live, everybody. An up-close and personal look into the inner workings of the production trailer and production life in general with Rock Racing TV. Thanks for joining us here on the show. Hope you guys were able to catch the racing action for Hill 1 for all of our classes. We had some great racing yesterday. Oh, there we go. We've got somebody off the line. All right, can we get a name confirmed on that, please, Taylor? Is that Ava Garner? That is Ava Garner. All right, she is out on the course putting down her second time for the day. Looks like our camera is revolting a little bit out there in the heat. It's not having it today. Justin Will's out there on the track, making sure she gets pointed in the right direction. All right, so they are doing a little bit of a different course this time, it looks like. Possibly. Changing angles here. It's messing with me. There's a little like feels like first-person driving perspective when you've got the drone following along behind the UTVs. Ava had a time of 56.627. I think we've got Brody Pierman on the line. Maybe Taylor can confirm that for us. All right, this is Brody Pierman. Several of our UTVs are doing double duty with our young drivers today. That's why I'm getting some confirmation here. I was getting a little mixed up on course 1 earlier.
Brody's dad is one of Justin Will's crew members who comes out and helps him. Daniel Pierman, who comes out and supports him lovingly at all the races, comes out, helps him get the buggy going, and sometimes they'll tag team drive and stuff. Justin's wife was kind of giving him a hard time because he'd be doing 57 things and miss his exit. So she's like, it took us like about 20 minutes longer than it should be. We had to loop around for different exits, but... Again, Brody enjoys driving the side-by-side class. Again, him and Gatlin co-share a buggy.
.581 for Brody Pierman. Now we've got Brantley Havens out there.
Again, he's been crushing it this season.
You can easily recognize Brantley by the cowboy hat that is part of his unique style. He's always sporting one out here at the races, when he doesn't have his helmet on, of course.
Yep.
They should make some sort of cowboy hat graphic to put on the side of his helmet. Something like that.
Or get a sticker made for the side of the buggy.
Seems appropriate, yeah. Brantley is third in points currently coming into this weekend in our youth class. 41.665 for Brantley. That is your current fastest time right now. We are on course 2 for our youth class. After this, we'll be going into UTV Bounty and then Bouncers.
Got Dallas Heckley on the line.
So Dallas's dad, Daniel, earned himself a Skinny Pedal nominee for his
an amazing
backwards wheelie. He reversed out of a near rollover and was able to save it in the bouncer class earlier. I wonder if Dallas is going to take after her dad and show us any of those extreme driving skills in the future.
Again, it's always great to see a lot of the dads out there helping kind of corral all of the younger drivers.
They keep them going in the right direction.
There's Justin Wills out on course trying to cheer him on, send him in the right way.
Hey, Taylor.
.473.
Coming into that race line runway.
Gatlin Wills coming line, they said.
Gatlin is the defending champ. She is the current leader right now in points for the season.
Yeah, we're trying. Try to be.
.873. Brantley Havens is squarely in the lead right now with a 41, but Gatlin just put herself into a second place right now on course 2 with that 50. And now we've got Clara Hoback on that on the starting line, ready to come through that race line starting gate. Clara just started second grade, she was telling me. And I can tell you guys that she is not a morning person. Because I stay with the Hoback family and their RV for races this season. They've been very gracious to let me stay in there with them. And poor Clara has to get dragged out of her bunk in the mornings and suited up and ready to roll. But then once she gets down here and gets through that driver's meeting, it's game time.
Super excited.
Yep. Was that a 4 or a 5? 46.425 for Clara. That's a second place time right now. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's a third place time. Brody Pierman I overlooked. So we've got Brantley Havens with a 41, then Brody Pierman with a 44, and Clara with a 46. I think that's it for our youth class right now. So that's going to wrap up course 2. Matt, can you give us a rundown of where everyone's standing?
And this is unofficial standings on our second course of the day. Brantley Havens came in first at 41.66. Brody Pierman came in second with a 44.58. Clara Holback came in third with a 46.42. Dallas Heckley came in fourth with a 55.47. Ava Garner came in 5th with a 56.62, and Gatlin Wills came in 6th place with a 57.80.
Gatlin's time was actually a 50.873.
Okay, 50.873.
So
okay, that bumps her up then.
Yeah, 4th place.
Yep. That bumps her in 4th
so
place.
So it's Brantley, Brody, Clara, Gatlin, Dallas, and Ava. That's
okay.
how Course 2 shook out for our youth class. Once again, they all did an awesome job out there. All completed the course. No mishaps out there. Well done, everybody. We are going to go right into our UTV Bounty class next. We are hoping for some better luck for these guys this time. The courses out here are pretty challenging this weekend, as we saw 14 DNFs.
We did. That's just a lot.
On Hill 1, on Course 1, all on the Mickey Thompson mountainside. If you're familiar with Hawk Pride, what they call Maverick out here.
Yeah.
So we're going to be changing things up. Of course, Course 2 will be different. They will be, as always, racing the same thing that the bouncers will be on. So
yeah,
let's see. Hopefully somebody gets a finish out of this. Otherwise, it's going to be real awkward when we're trying to figure out who gets to be on.
It will be interesting. Yeah, I don't. We come up with a third hill, I guess, to time or set a time.
Foot race. I don't know. Arm wrestle.
We'll see. Again, these guys race the exact same course of the side-by-side, so the course day run will be a preview of the big bouncer class, which is always a lot of fun. Sounds like they're getting all their cameras moved and getting everything set up in place. Mary Bynum is watching with us. Shout out to Mama Bynum. CJ is also here this weekend. I see him rolling around.
Yeah, there's Bynums everywhere today.
There are. Oh, my goodness.
What, CJ said that? Apparently, the Venn class was just lucky CJ couldn't be here yesterday, according to him.
Yeah. You know, he did used to race a bouncer, so I would give it to him. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can only imagine. Oh, heck yeah.
He bought a Jeep for $100? You can't even get some scrapyard Jeep for $100. Well, that's what happens when you have a $100 Jeep. It would have been fun to watch him in the VIN class, though.
That would have been.
Oh, my gosh. All right, everybody, it's that time for the question of where are you watching from?
Yes.
We didn't ask earlier today, and we like to check in and see where everybody is watching from, how far the rock racing fan base reaches. I know we had our friend Nathan in Italy watching earlier today, and we never did find out where Osvaldo is from.
Yeah.
But it's not America, so.
I'll have to look at the flags later. I seen Jed Harper. He's a
Harper is watching.
Southern Illinois guy. He comes out and plays with occasionally.
Yeah, so let us know where you're watching from, and make sure you're on the Rock Racing TV Facebook page so that we can see what you guys are saying.
We're getting confirmation on the radio. They're working on the course down there. Make sure everything's clear. I think Clyde's coming up to check timers.
What page are you on?
I'm on Rock Racing TV, I'm pretty sure. I-40 eastbound coming through OKC. Brady Cole said he's I-40 eastbound. At one point I had Southern Rock Racing Series on, and the National Rock Racing Series on is on the bottom.
Like watching?
Michigan. Joey Beck is tuning in from Mid-America Outdoors.
What?
That's awesome. What's up, Joey? Joey Beck, a part of that Mid-America crew. They help put on some of our awesome events. Those guys do a great job with the park. Huge shout-out to Joey Beck and the Mid-America crew. Sarah Sorts in Oakland City, Indiana. Oh, that's part of that tours and racing team.
I'm not seeing either of those. I've got Vince from Stockbridge, Georgia, and Josh from London, Kentucky checking in.
London, Kentucky. There you go.
Yeah.
Is that near your neck of the woods or no? Is that other side?
No.
No, that's the other side.
London, Kentucky. That's which park is up near there?
I said Dyersburg is Bikini Bottoms.
Yeah, that's Tennessee. It's not. Is it Wild? It's not Wildcat. Shoot. Well, Josh from London, Kentucky. Which off-road park is close to there?
Yeah. Clyde's changing the battery for us.
It is Wildcat. All right. Chris West, is there a Bounty Hill after racing?
I don't know.
There is not one officially planned. I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah.
We will have the UTV Bounty class running next. They should all be getting ready and just be on the starting line any minute now. And then we'll have the bouncers run. And then following that is the RC class, actually, our metal and plastic classes. So I don't think there's going to be a Bounty Hill race today. If Clyde would ever get his stuff ready, we'd be... Oh, he didn't hear me.
Yeah, it's weird. All right, Tyler Bradley.
Dylan Dowler on the couch in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. That doesn't sound so bad right now.
No.
Because I'm sure there's air conditioning.
Yeah, comfy seat in the air conditioning. I think I could tolerate that. All
right. You know what? We're in the shade at least.
Tyler Bradley.
Jed says Dirt Nasty. Josh says Wildcat. I guess those are both near London, Kentucky. We'll be up in Kentucky for our next race at Hollywood. All right, there's Tyler. Man, our camera is not liking the sun right now. It's like the rest of us. It doesn't like having to work out in the heat.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of like us. It doesn't like to work in the sun.
It's doing so under protest, which is often what Matt and I do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong, Bree. You're not wrong.
Hey, we are happy to be here and be out here enjoying Hawk Pride and bringing the show to the fans, guys. We're happy to do it. Tyler Bradley also bringing a show to the fans.
There you
Come
go.
on, out the top. Nice. All right, now he's got to make a U-turn and come right back down through that cloud of dust. There's a shot that kind of shows you how steep. Oh, he's like, oh, that was not what I planned.
This is going to be interesting, I promise. I'm out.
Ho!
Woo! Got squirrely. We got through it.
I have to rename that hill Pucker Factor.
Definitely.
All right, first one out the finish for our bounty class.
106.367.
We've got Chris Grigg watching. Randy said Wildcat and Hollywood are both near London, Kentucky. Okay, you know, I knew something was close by there. I'm glad I wasn't completely off base. Got a different view of our starting gate right now. It should be Dan Carter. We're having some radio discussions right now as we get our next driver lined up. Looks like Dan Carter is on the starting line. All right, so for Hill 1, not a single one of our UTV bounty drivers was able to complete the course. The Mickey Thompson Mountainside took them all out. So we're definitely excited to have seen Tyler Bradley.
Yeah.
We've already got one completion on Hill 2. Hopefully we're going to have a whole bunch
more. Hopefully he showed in the line, so now they can just do it quick. I tell everybody, I'll follow the guy in front of me, do it faster. Getting Dan Carter out there in that Rock Life off-road wrap.
It is tough being the first one to go on a race. I mean, somebody has to be first, but having to be the guinea pig and find the lines on the hill can be a little tricky. I know I drew first for the race at AOP a while back, and wasn't my favorite, but, somebody had to show those boys what to do.
Yeah. Love that number 3 in the top there. Again, Dan getting lined up. Come on. Oh!
It was just a practice hit,
Yeah.
Just filling it out. Chris West said word on the street was the down was going to be a up for a bounty.
Come on, get up there. So close. Ugh.
Chris, I haven't heard anything about there being a bounty, so... But then again, maybe I just am out of the loop.
So since
anyone talking about doing a bounty hill after this?
So since we have a finisher now, we have a time to go off of. Hey, yeah, all right.
Oh, nice,
Dan's
Dan.
out the top there. Now again, gonna get lined up, come down this.
Down the Yukon wall.
Oh, wow. Again, I think that shows kind of how steep it really is. Out that little boat ramp.
$122.119 for Dan Carter. Dan, the man himself. We should have Riley Bradford coming up to the line now. Although, you know what? We did have lots of broken axles from Hill 1 and various other broken parts. So I'm sure there's a couple drivers who probably weren't able to get things fixed in time. But we do have Riley Bradford on the line now. I got you, Chris. Yeah, I don't know. None of us know anything about it. So it would be a unofficial bounty hill if something is going down.
He's making quick time. Trying to get lined up perfectly there. Ooh, there we go. Oh, so close. Come on. Oh! We're good. There he goes, out the top.
Nice. Phase 1 is complete.
I like that. Phase 1 is complete. .481, 102.481 for Riley Bradford.
tell Taylor and he can put it on the radio. Hey, Taylor, could you radio that Riley Bradford is trailing a piece of steel cable behind? Jack just saw when he drove by.
Oh, Chad Mulder's watching.
Whoa, look at that. Brady McCreath coming out of that race line starting gate. There's some of that first-person driver perspective.
Broke the output shaft of the transfer case.
From our drone. Brady making his way through the RCV Valley.
I love that shot coming through that valley.
All right, he's going to get squared up for no respect. Respectfully making his way to the top. Oh, no. Oh,
I think
Brady.
I think he realized right as there, he was like,
man.
wait a minute.
And he one-shotted the hill. Bummer.
I think he realized as he was coming across, wait, I got to go back down.
He was like, I'm done.
Right there. Look at this.
Hey, you see those checkered flags, and it's hard not to just make a beeline.
Once those front tires clear, usually at that second hump, you just drop straight down.
Nice.
Woo! Launching out.
.738. Even with missing his turn and having to back way up, Brady just put down the fastest time so far, guys. Well done, Brady. Imagine if he hadn't had to back up.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Do we have any predictions on what the fastest time is going to be on course 2 today, guys? Brady just put down a 99, and that was with a pretty significant backup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any predictions out there?
That was like a quarter course back up there.
Matt, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm just so happy that all the side-by-sides are getting times now.
I'm going to go with like an 88.
Yeah. You guys make a third course and go for fastest time? Yeah, just set them up on the youth course. Whoever's left still gets to run.
All right, Brian Smith on the line.
Yeah.
All right, well, after Clyde takes the Can-Am down, I mean, I guess it's his show, so
it is.
We'll allow it.
I think he's running batteries down there.
We will allow it.
Or snacky snacks, one of the two. 50-50 shot. Yeah, that's true. It's very hot today, so I'd say water. That makes a pretty much better guess.
Something important either way.
Getting this first little wood section here is a lot of fun. Basically going over just some kind of an easier course for us, going down, making a U-turn, coming back down. Then we head through another little bit of a woods course before we hit the RCV Valley. There we go. Got a busted knuckle cameraman there probably helping out.
Vince Lowe has a prediction of an 89.8.
Ooh. Yeah, that's possible if you like I said, had a quick time without the backup.
One shot the hill. Whip a quick Yui at the top. That's what it's going to take.
There you go. He turned around quick.
Oh, and we had another reverse.
That still could be a low 90s if he
and no hesitation coming down the Yukon wall.
He's able to one-shot everything.
A lot easier said than done, of course.
Yeah. Again, these guys make this look very, very easy. Out the top.
What?
Did you say 8-3? Wow.
.544. All right, we were all wrong. We underestimated these guys. That is your fastest time currently from Brian Smith. We are about halfway through our driver's list, but of course there might be a few that are broken from course one still. Narrow things down a little bit. That remains to be seen. Nathan King out on the course now.
Again, Nathan King, one of our seasoned drivers.
And also the winner of yesterday's RCV drawing.
Yeah.
Prize package.
He's
going to have even more orange.
Yeah, plenty of orange. But those orange parts I'm okay with. I'd be okay winning some orange stuff.
I just noticed that our orange that was on the table earlier, our boot and our
Ricky
bell
B.
decoration left with Ricky.
Man, he took it up there and got his display ready.
Our giant paperweight. Oh, man, that's a tough spot.
Oh, it got a good. I thought he might have been hooked there for a minute.
All right, let's try this again. Josh Eaton says 79.5. After Brian's 83, we might be seeing something like that.
Looks like he's getting hung up in that same spot. I'm going to kick at him to the left there.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he might be stuck.
Oh, he's very broke.
Oh, wow, yeah. 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 We'll tell the drone guy, just a fly in the cab. Yeah.
All right, I think Nathan's figured it out now. His dad is hustling over there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really broke there. That's not good. That is. Okay.
Keith Toolman to the rescue. All right, guys, while they're working on getting Nathan off the top of the hill, we are going to let you enjoy these commercials, and we'll be right back.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
What you
it takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
And we're back. All right, so since you happen to be walking by, how's it going, buddy?
It's not going very well because those are brand new radius rods.
Oh,
second race on them.
Wow.
So a little disappointed in them, but
well, we weren't expecting it either.
I didn't even know I was broke. I looked back and I could see that the back tire was not spinning. I was like, axle's
laying
broke.
up towards the sky a little bit.
I didn't notice that. I just thought I was still on the hill, and I was like, I should be able to pull out of this if I've only broken one axle.
And not so much. No bueno.
Little did I know I didn't have the rear end of my buggy.
You did not. We were all yelling, but obviously the buggy, when your adrenaline's pumping, that's the last thing you're trying to hear.
There's a lot of unnatural flex.
There is. And
in that buggy at that moment.
I definitely did some damage sitting there spinning everything, but nothing we can do about it now.
Again, this is DC Thompson here, ripping through the course. Again, he's in two-wheel drive. I hear
this is going to be exciting.
Yeah. So he's going to probably one-shot this and make it or break it. Let's put it that way.
I was going to have to hit it two-wheel drive because I actually broke my diff, and luckily we found a new diff thanks to Clay Kaysen.
Wow.
Heck yeah.
Clay Kaysen helped us out.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, DC.
Oh, my goodness, he made it.
He just
Look at that U-turn.
That is insane. Again, this has to be one of our fastest times
Come on,
so
DC,
far.
don't stop now.
And I think the rest of it's pretty easy here on out. Looks like.
That is commitment right there.
In two-wheel drive?
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
64.178.
So that's our new leader by almost 20 seconds.
Y'all heard us say earlier today that DC can drive.
He
DC
absolutely was hauling.
DC is really hard on parts, but when he keeps everything together, when he shows up on time to the driver's meeting so he knows where he's going, all those little things combined.
That's crazy.
DC can come out and show out.
I used to say he was a wreckers or checkers guy. I think he might just be a checkers guy now. Like
he has been very consistent.
He's been slowly kind of changing his ways a little bit.
I think he has. This season with this new chassis,
Mm-hmm.
I think he got when you spent that much time to making a chassis and really picking at what you want. I think you'd maybe take a little more time to consider what your race strategy is. And so far this season, he's done really well. Again, if he just did that two-wheel drive, that is impressive.
That is very impressive, especially with that quick of a time.
It's impressive even if it was four-wheel drive. The way he whipped around that tree at the top.
That was very impressive.
That was pretty flawless. All right, Will Bell is out on the course now. Nathan, what did you think of that first hill? The Mickey Thompson Mountain is what we're calling it.
It was a rough one. We had a great game plan for it. Just those 35s, pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
Something had to give.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was something we could find and fix, but I guess I broke other stuff. So it's part of racing, and we'll get them next time.
Yeah, and again, again, you can't say it was your game plan because we had literally 14 DNFs, all DNFs. So I think it was kind of everybody's plan,
right.
And nothing went according to plan across the board. So
me and Masson had a good plan with the 35s. I thought that was really smart.
I think so too.
It just didn't work out. We hit it hard. It just didn't do how we thought it would.
Oh, there we go, out the top.
All right, looking pretty good for Will right now.
Can whip around there.
Much easier in four-wheel drive.
Yeah. When all tires are touching the ground,
right.
That helps.
I'm good. He will have a smoking time, I think.
Yeah. I'm going to say that's a 68, 70, somewhere there.
.738, still a great time, but 10 seconds behind DC.
That is incredible. Again, DC just smoked that course.
DC knows how to drive. He's had a bunch of experience, and you can tell that he knows how to build a buggy where it'll perform.
Oh, yeah.
And has a lot of power.
Nathan, you're welcome to stay up here and hang out with us, or if you want to get back down and with your family, it's up to you.
I'm more used up here than down there
right.
moping about my buggy, so this is nice and distracting.
Yeah, it's a good time. So what was your game plan on the second course?
Second course, once I got four-wheel drive back, I really just planned on doing the course fast, and I wasn't worried about the hills, and I guess that may have been where I went wrong. I underestimated that hill, and I should have sent it a little bit harder. High range it lugged a little bit, and I didn't get the speed I wanted. But and then it went into limp mode, and then I broke a bunch. So
yeah,
I was focused on the wrong parts of the course, I guess.
Jonathan O'Mary making quick time. Zach being ornery.
This is a great race for some of the younger drivers to be able to compete in because it's one lap. All you got to do is have a great time on one lap.
Yeah. Again, being that it had so many DNFs, we were kind of making jokes. I'm like, if you can get a couple guys just to finish, they're automatically going to be bumped right to the top of the podium.
Right. I'm very surprised by how many people.
Oh,
my gosh.
Wow.
That's the Skinny Pedal Award right there.
Wow.
That has to be it. Wow.
He might still be able to finish.
No,
definitely not.
So.
Definitely not.
Man.
He's in my situation now.
I think the dust kind of obscured that landing a little bit for us.
Wow.
I haven't seen a thumbs up yet.
I think he's good. The way they're looking at the buggy over.
They're more concerned about the buggy.
They look a little more concerned about
Once you see a lot of people start looking at the buggy, A, he wants to know what the buggy's like, and B, they want to know what the buggy's like. So I think once you see him start looking at the buggy over, okay, he's okay. And his biggest concern is, what I break? Are we okay? Can I still make it?
He absolutely just earned a Skinny Pedal nomination.
That has to be, I think, so far. I would say that's got to be first. I think Daniel Heckley's probably second.
Taylor, do we have a replay?
Heckley's daughter's up there for sure with her tumble. I think she deserves it. That trophy means more to her.
The sad thing is, we don't have it on
video. All right,
video.
here's our replay.
That is true.
I didn't even see it. I heard about it. What Dallas did.
We can't post it everywhere because she would love to see that.
Again, flying around coming out of the corner, coming out of the woods. Making quick time over that jump. Then we've got a little bit of a wood section here, right as he comes through the RCV Valley. Again, a lot of fun. You can see him making quick work of that valley section. Again, you can see all the spectators on the right and left. Getting a great shot of that. Coming out of the RCV Valley.
That's a good sign.
All right, we hear cheering from the crowd right now. I think he's out of the buggy, and they are happy to see it.
Again, one shot of the hill. Aired it out
wheelie.
pretty well. Yeah, rode a
That's
wheelie.
That's pretty cool. That's definitely Skinny Pedal as well.
Hooked that tree pretty quick. You can see him cutting the wheel hard there. Kind of slinging the rear end around. Coming right. You can see the drone zooming around to try to catch him coming downhill. And he just kind of jumped it.
He did.
Man.
We were up there joking about it, especially with Brandon Davis, on how he kind of jumped off the ledge just like that at Rush, and we didn't think somebody would actually try it.
I tell you what, him at Rush, that's got to be one of the scariest videos I've ever seen. But there's nothing you could do at that point.
Right.
He did the only thing he could.
He actually did a very smart thing of turning right
yes,
and sending it. But
I totally agree. I think he did the best thing you could do at that point, but, man, it just stinks. Looks like he's broke some stuff. Yeah, he's got that same little gangster lean you got going on there. It's not.
Me and him are in the same club.
Yeah. I think it's even the same tire, too.
It is. Same
Man.
radius rods.
That's awesome. He's like, same spot.
Man, if it was the other side, I could steal his good side.
Yeah.
We'd have
swap
one
them all,
running
yeah.
both. But no, we're in the same club.
Man, that stinks.
Nathan, what is your personal favorite class to watch out here? Of course, you race in most of the UTV classes, or the Unlimited and the Bounty. We have a lot of people that say the Venn class has been one of their favorites. I mean, the Bouncer is a traditional favorite. What about you? What do you like watching?
Honestly, I love watching the stock side-by-side class because it is amazing how hard some of them send a stock razor, and it just looks so fast because you don't expect a stock buggy to go that fast. And I also love watching the Bounty race because we hit some rough hills sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And it is awesome to see what a razor can do when it's pushed to its complete limits. We definitely watch a lot of Bounty races because we do a lot of research, a lot of studying, and but yeah, the stock class. I have a lot of respect for those guys being able to take a stock chassis and send it that hard.
Yeah, it's that's a rough landing. I mean, and some of those guys definitely send it. Again, you can see, looks like he's got some parts hanging off the front and the back.
No.
He will have a fun week of fixing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just sad.
He broke all the parts.
He did.
So you said you guys do a lot of like research and studying.
We
so you're
do.
like watching tape at home, or
always
what?
watching YouTube. I mean, we spend so many hours on YouTube that we kind of get tired of it. We kind of slack on watching our usual shows because we just watch YouTube.
Yeah. It's amazing what you can pick up from that, though.
It is. I mean, doing research always helps us. Going to a new place and seeing the hill in person is completely different, but still knowing what happened to other people and knowing how their shocks took it helps us tune shocks and how hard to send it and stuff like that.
Do you have a favorite driver that you like to watch in the videos, or are you more looking at the location? Or
Well, this is the perfect timing because Cooper's a great guy to watch. I'm excited to see what he does here at Bounty because he's been improving a lot.
A bunch.
And I love seeing him sit there and give Tim Cameron a hard time in Unlimited class.
Cooper is sitting second place in points in Bounty.
He
right
is.
now.
So Bounty, I really hope he does really well right there. He had a rough time last night trying to find a drive shaft. Luckily, Tyler Bradley, in a dream, just like, oh, by the way, I have one at home. So his wife brought it, and luckily Cooper's in his buggy today racing. So
That's awesome.
I'm excited to see if he can keep those points up. At the same time, I wanted to pass him today, but since that's not going to happen, Cooper win it.
And you hate to see a guy break. Just you hate to beat a guy because he's broken.
Mm-hmm. That's what I hated. I hated seeing Cooper break because I was like, of course I want to beat Cooper, but not in that way. So it's great to see him and his buggy, and hopefully it holds up the parts that they put on there.
Yeah. Again, he's been racing and having an awesome year.
He has. A lot of success for our young driver.
Well, when you have a nickname as fierce as chocolate milk, then I mean, that enough said.
Another thing about Cooper is he's the calmest racer I've ever seen.
He is.
He'll get up there on a hill, kind of quiet, and then you'll ask him about it. He's like, I don't really know. I don't know what's going to happen. He gets out there and just races so intensely. It's like, that's the same guy?
Yeah. Yeah. And he's real quiet, kind of calm, peaceful. He's like, well, what's your plan today? Okay.
Yeah, I definitely think Cooper's going to do the course part very fast, the creek very fast, and he's hit no respect so many times I think he'll have no problem. I definitely think we're about to have a time close to DC Thompson.
You think so?
I think so, especially because he has four-wheel drive. It'll help quite a bit.
DC was absolutely flying. I'd have loved to do an interview with him after that.
Right.
Like, hey, by the way, you just beat the leader by 20 seconds, and you're currently in first place with two-wheel drive.
DC had broke his rear yoke on his drive shaft, and he was asking around trying to find, and that was actually the same thing Cooper broke yesterday. So we knew there wasn't any parts because Cooper was looking for the same part. So I guess DC just went for it, and it worked out great for him.
That's awesome. It was cool to see DC just send it.
But you didn't hear me eat my Cheetos? If I had a longer lunch break. Shut up. Leave me alone, Taylor.
I'm also very excited to see what Madison does here because
what's her game plan?
I mean, she's going to hit it the same way I did. My dad definitely went down there and said, "Send it harder than he did."
Well, and again, it's kind of funny after you watch DC Thompson, you're like, oh, well, that's the line,
right?
Just do what he did, but faster,
right?
And
I think I had a good line because I've hit No Respect before that hill, but it just didn't do the same.
Yeah,
hill changes every day.
All right, Cooper, come on.
Cooper had a good time pre-running that first little loop.
I bet.
He took that 180 turn a little hard one of the times and flipped over. And we ran over there, and we didn't hear him at all, so we thought he was still strapped in. Me and my dad just, ran over and kicked it over. Little did we know he was hopping out of the buggy while we did that. So Cooper's a little sore today, but obviously it's not slowing him down at all.
No.
Y'all are crazy.
But,
that's awesome.
We were trying to help him out as quick as possible because I know when I flip, I want to be flipped over as quick as possible. But Cooper didn't like that happening. But we got there as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Little donkey kick there.
Come on.
Turn around. Again, you can see him now. They're really starting to whip around that tree. Woo. Ooh.
Somebody down in the crowd
Screaming,
is
Somebody got excited.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's about to have a smoking time. He did this course perfectly. And he launched it out the top.
Yeah. Woo. Oh.
I figured that was about to happen.
65.215, 1 second behind DC.
Man.
You called it.
I did. I knew Cooper was ready for this, and him being that high on bounty points, he needed a lap like this because he will definitely be up there on that podium today.
That was an excellent run from Cooper Bentley.
After a rough night and a rough morning getting his buggy fixed, he deserved a lap like that.
Oh, yeah. Again, and I think that's good enough to be on the podium. I mean, obviously right now he's sitting at second. There's still some guys that are going to want to knock him off that podium, but, I mean, that's a really quick time. That was pretty much a flawless run.
Our list is dwindling, honestly.
It is. There's not many left.
I think this is Alston Tidwell.
I will be excited for Justin Hoback to hit this in his 4-seater.
You know what?
Is he planning to?
He hit the right side, so I'm sure he's not scared of the easier hill.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was really hoping that Big Bertha would get on there and that wheelbase would just get him right up there.
I thought the exact same thing.
Yep.
I thought just like Bree. I thought he'd pull up there, kind of crawl it, bump it a couple times, and
I almost would say he sent it too hard. He in a 4-seater, he could have probably crawled it a little easier.
All right, Alston's on the court, on the course.
Hey, this is a sport too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll call it a field.
Go for the goal.
Looks like his buggy's running a lot better. I know yesterday his buggy was stuttering a little bit, so it's good to see that he got that worked out.
Yeah.
And that buggy's got a lot of power, so hopefully he'll be able to use it right here.
Again, taking his time, making sure he gets to that RCV Valley.
Wow.
Oh, there we go.
Woo, just enough.
His shocks absorbed that very well. He was
Again, after watching DC, I think everybody went, okay, here's the exact line and the exact speed when you hit it at. Downhill sections, that's a little scarier. He's taking his time, being smart.
Well, and especially after seeing poor Jonathan O'Mary.
Man.
I mean,
that would scare me too.
That's rough. He just straight nosed it down.
And I will say Madison was a little scared of that downhill section. So after seeing Jonathan O'Mary flip off of it, I'm interested to see if Madison.
81.331 for Austin Tidwell.
Yeah, I'm sure she's a little more gun shy now after watching somebody launch off.
Hopefully she didn't see it.
Yeah. Hopefully she was strapping in the buggy.
You're right. Something was distracting her.
I think they're saying we got 2 left.
Yep.
All right, is this Daniel Callahan?
And Daniel Callahan's running for Joshua Alleman, and Joshua is actually in 4th place in Bounty, so hopefully Callahan can do pretty well for him here.
I think Josh is in 3rd place in Bounty and points right now.
Oh, he is. You are exactly right, because Cash was in 4th. He jumped up there to 4th place. So luckily I'll be able to pass him since Cash wasn't here today.
Yeah.
Not by much, because I didn't complete either hill, but it'll be enough to jump me up to 4th place. Daniel's definitely not scared to send it, so he will have no problem.
I watched him at Rush earlier this year.
Oh, that was awesome.
Wad that buggy up.
Oh yeah, that was a rough run for him.
And very surprisingly, all he did was bust tires and break A-arm bolts.
Really?
That's all he did. Those are still the same A-arms that day.
That blows my mind.
Yes, I was blown away.
I came up to you after. I said, "Hey, buddy, what'd you break?" He said, "Everything."
Oh.
He said, "I broke
probably what
everything."
it felt like.
Oh, that's cool.
We have our second reverse wheelie for the day.
So we ended up getting one of the Mid-America guys bring their side-by-side tow trucks over and hauling them back to his camp and got them all towed back and put them away. So
that day I ended up doing the same thing. I busted my brand-new shiny wheels, and I've been on my A-arm bolt.
Man.
Oh.
And I didn't even hit it as hard as he did. There he is.
I know.
Come on.
Oh, he's just not landing quite high enough.
Back.
Oh, no. Man.
Did he land on his wheels?
He did
kind of
not.
looked like it. Man. There was so much
unfortunate.
dust there. I was trying to see if he got for sure. I seen him tipping back, but, man.
It is so hard to know how hard to hit a hill because you're coming up so fast, and you're like, don't want to hit it too hard. You don't want to hit your front chunk. At the same time, you go too soft, you end up like me or him.
Yeah. Well, and I think there's that fine, microscopic fine line you can hit, and it's perfect, but a little too fast or a little too slow, and things usually don't end well.
Right.
And, again, you hate to see that for a guy, but.
Unfortunately, it looks like he messed up his front left tire.
Yeah.
It looks like that's all he messed up, so
Hopefully,
that should be an easy fix. It was good to see his daughter out here racing.
Oh, yeah.
I loved watching that.
Yeah, Kinsley did great yesterday.
She was so excited to do it, and I hear they might be getting another buggy.
Oh, boy.
So she'll be able to race.
That's
full
what
time.
she and her mom were telling me this morning, that she has been bit by the bug.
She has.
And
the
wants
infection.
to get out here some more. So that's always fun to see.
Which I remember seeing her back at Dirt Nasty, her first ever race. She did the amateur class, and she was not scared to send it.
She was not.
She smoked the first part of the course. Unfortunately, bumped into a tree there. Actually, it was more than bumped into a tree. But, she was sending it up to that point. I think she finished the hill still.
It's funny how when you are an inexperienced racer, you are not afraid to send it because you don't know what the consequences are yet. Because I did the same exact thing when I started racing the Juggy. I watched Bobby Tanner go up the hill. I watched Richie Keith go up the hill, and I was like, okay, I can do that.
This. Yeah, I got this.
And the poor Juggy.
Yeah.
Oh man, there were lots of pieces. Let's just say.
Right.
That's rough.
A bunch of work that next week.
Then you're like, oh, this is what a full send does to you, and you don't know how to handle it.
All right, we got Madison King on the course.
All right, and Madison's going to wrap up the bounty class for the day. Nathan, what's it like watching your sister out here racing?
Well, this is the one and only time I really hope she beats me. Just because she's going to have no problem doing it since I am off the leaderboard. But she's practiced this course, and we've done it yesterday multiple times today. So I think she'll have no problem powering through this first part. And like I said, she saw what I did. She'll learn from my mistakes and hopefully power up No Respect Hill.
do you guys have a pretty healthy sibling rivalry, or do you share your strategies?
We always share our strategies. Honestly, most of the time we disagree. It's kind of very surprising.
Whoa! Go!
That is how it's done.
Atta girl.
Come on,
Again,
don't get scared.
Come on.
Taking her time.
Just go.
Being
Yes.
smart.
Go,
There
go.
we go.
Oh,
All right.
perfect.
Perfect. Come on.
Everybody
Power through.
cheer
Don't
her
stop
on.
now.
Full throttle. She is about to have a smoking tongue.
Oh, she's excited now. You can tell.
I'm so excited for this moment.
That is awesome. Out the top.
Here it is.
That was perfect.
71.650, which puts her in third place.
Wow, that is her first trophy. Well, actually, first full race trophy. She has a bunch of female class trophies.
Okay.
But this is her first trophy she has earned.
This is running with the big dog.
She is so
earned it. That was perfect execution on that hill.
That
well
is
done,
awesome.
Madison.
Heck yeah.
Obviously, the crowd is excited.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she will love that. She's addicted now. You get that first trophy, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no backing out anymore.
All right, guys, that wraps up our UTV Bounty class for Course 2 and for the weekend. So, awesome job. That put DC Thompson finished with the fastest time on Course 2, and then it was
Cooper Bentley,
and then Madison King.
That's your 1, 2, 3, and since we had DNFs on the first course, I would say that's going to be your standings. That's how it shakes out. So, congratulations to your sister. That's awesome.
She will be stoked, and we'll make sure to hype her up and celebrate all
Heck
week
yeah.
long.
That's a good
That's
time.
a good brother right
She'll probably
there.
do something similar to you and sleep with her trophy if I had to
Hey,
guess.
you know what? You get that first one, you got to enjoy it, you know?
Yeah, that first one's definitely special. After that, you kind of just you want to go higher and higher.
Yeah.
But that first trophy, it's something else. She'll probably get it framed, put a glass case around it, weekly clean it. I don't know.
Mine's in the glass case at home.
I bet it is.
It is.
I'm sure Madison's about to do the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, that was our side-by-side bounty series. That wraps up. We're getting ready to kick off for the big bouncers. Again, they're going to be racing the same course as the UTV bounty series. Again, we always talk to those guys and say that, you know, I give a huge shout-out to my bounty racers because you guys do the same course we do, but with a lot smaller rig, smaller tire, less power. So it's always interesting to watch and see how that unfolds. And, again, I have a lot of respect for those guys just because they come out and just thrash on the rigs.
Yeah, it definitely does a lot of damage, as I demonstrated today. And luckily, we only have one buggy to fix, though.
Yeah, that's
luckily,
true.
Madison finished and didn't break anything.
Came up with a podium finish. You got to appreciate that.
So I'm gonna go celebrate with her. Thanks for
All right.
letting
Yeah. Thanks for coming down.
All right. Thanks, Nathan. Let's go down to the starting line.
Brandon Davis sitting down there on the starting line. And we had a few rollovers and a few breakages on that first course, so I'm not sure exactly who we'll see in the second round. Clock is hot. Here we go.
Sure, I can speak louder if you need to.
Brandon Davis making quick work of this course. Flying through that wood section. Heading down that RCV Valley. Again, a lot of the big bouncer guys were also on that course down there closely watching the side-by-sides. Looks like they're going to take the same line. Again, Brandon kind of powers it up there. A little bit longer wheelbase here, so that's going to help out. Again, still a very super steep section.
.818. That is our first bouncer of the day on course 2. After watching that run, I think we may have less turmoil today than we thought.
Initially, we thought first course would go pretty quick. Second course will give us a lot of trouble, but
it might be flip-flopped.
I think we might have the opposite, actually.
Justin Wheels is on the line.
Justin's very easy to pick out. It's the only pink and purple buggy on the course.
Justin had a 4th place time on Hill 1. Could be a good day for him.
Production is ready.
All right, we are getting the course cleared. Clock is hot.
That buggy absolutely just screams. You can hear we're at the top of the course, kind of the top of the holler, if you would, and you can hear that buggy echoing through the valley. It's absolutely incredible. He is definitely moving quick. Again, making quick work of that woods section there. Head to that RCV Valley. Zooming right up that hill.
Nice.
Again, trying to. Oh, wow. I thought he was coming over that rough
man,
section.
That was
I was about to be like, dear God.
Whoa!
Whoa! Launching off that.
That was like a controlled fall.
It was.
Nice.
Out the top. Wow.
65.480. Time to beat right now.
That is. Again, I think there's a little bit of time left on the table, but again, that was a pretty quick, pretty smooth run.
All right, it's one of our favorite games to play. What do you guys predict is going to be the fastest time on Hill 2 for the Bouncers?
Again, that. Again, minus that backup, that was a super smooth and super quick run. So, what do you think our fast time is going to be today?
I'm going to say like sub 60s. Like
yeah, 58, 59?
58, yeah.
58, 59? You know Timmy and Wade are going to push it out. Brandon and Daniel Heckley have a little side bet going on, I heard.
Did Daniel get fixed?
I don't know.
Yeah, not you, Matt. Jed says 58. Vince says 57.7. All right,
here we go.
Trent Ratcliffe out the race line starting gate. He's about to sucker punch this hill. All right. That first woods section is complete. Now he's going to come into the RCV Valley.
Again, Trent's making a pretty decent time. See what happens.
Oh, no.
Oh! He's throttling it, but it looks like he's going
hooked?
back down. Man. I was trying to see if that front passenger wheel, I don't know if it's spinning or not. I can see the tip of it sticking out of the hill there. It looks like both tires are turning.
Is he hung up on the tree?
I don't know. I think he's just... It's that section right there. Out he goes!
Powering his way out the top.
All right.
Definitely got a flat tire. These guys don't slow down for stuff like flat tires, though.
You can watch them come down this downhill section.
All right, don't overthink it, Trent. There you go.
There we go. Nice and smooth. Again, out the top.
I know it might not look like as much on the camera, but when you're at the top of that Yukon wall looking straight down.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, guys, it's intimidating. We're going to need a repeat on that, Taylor. That was incredibly loud. 128.926 for Trent.
What up?
Unofficially.
There's a shot of our booth, Bree. That's okay.
And he finished, and Trent finished both hills today. Love seeing that for him.
That is.
It's been a
awesome.
little bit of an adjustment for him moving into the bouncer class in Sucker Punch. Looks like we have Wade Good on the line.
It's all good.
Good Luck Hill down there, as I believe it is known as.
All right, clock is hot. Here we go.
All right, Wade was a couple seconds behind Timmy on Hill 1.
We'll see if he can't make up some time.
But he was in the lead in points coming into this weekend. It'll be interesting to see what those guys end up with today.
And I think it's like 10, 12-point difference. So it's enough to where even if Timmy got first on both courses today, I think Wade would still be a touch ahead of him.
It was a 9-point difference.
Going into today?
Yep.
Okay. Wow, he is just skimming through that section. Wow.
Wow, this is an incredibly smooth run.
Whoa, buddy.
Nice.
Wow.
55.503.
That is your new leader by 55 seconds.
By 10 seconds.
Yeah, at 55 seconds.
We know what you meant, Matt.
Wow.
That was a great run.
That was a smoking run.
Scott Goforth on the line now, an old rum runner.
All right, we got Scott Goforth on the line. Clock is hot. Again, we got Scott Goforth racing through there. And joining me in the booth right now is my good friend, Eric Martin. He's been a good friend of mine for a long time. He brought me down this weekend. We made the trip, got here about almost midnight last night. Crashed in a hotel, got up this morning, came here. You've done lots of car stuff over the years. Our dads have been involved in car stuff for decades. Hot rodding gearhead type associate. This is your first ever rock bouncing event. What's your take on it?
Oh, absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. The big thing that surprised me about this is just the family atmosphere here. I mean, everybody's been super nice. I don't know if it's just because I'm with you, or they feel sorry for you.
Yeah, a little bit
of bad luck.
A little bit of both. Yeah.
But watching this on the live feed versus in person, there's really no comparison. I mean, the hills are steeper, the horsepower is bigger. The wrecks are worse than what you're even seeing.
Oh yeah.
But that's one thing too that I noticed is here. That's the safety is a big priority, and that's pretty
Huge.
impressive for this type of motorsport. You know,
it is. When you're doing something that's can be considered very dangerous, we try to make it as safe as possible.
Exactly. No, so I've thoroughly enjoyed my day here.
Again, that was Scott Goforth and Run Runner. 91.059. Was that right, Taylor? 91051. .059. Okay. 91059 for Scott Goforth and the Run Runner. Again, he's kind of an OG in the bouncer community. Got Kenneth Cozine and Bad Donkey coming to line. Again, Kenneth's been racing this buggy for a few years and definitely does an awesome job at it. Again, I think Kenneth is definitely going to send it when he hits that big hill. So what's the thing that has surprised you the most about the sport of rock bouncing or being here at this off-road park?
I think it really is the camaraderie here. I mean, just walking through the pits and then sitting with the digging deeper racing team for the first half of the race today. I mean, I was being offered drinks, snacks. That made me feel like I'm family. I mean, so that was a big surprise. I mean, and you see it in a lot of motorsports, but it's a nice welcome when you come here, especially for your first race. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I say Justin Wills and his family obviously are super great people. Again, you can notice their vehicle pretty significantly. It's pink and purple. It's kind of hard to miss. It's like a giant Barney type car, and they all the race team has pink and purple race shirts. So again, come on, he might be just feeling it out. Kenneth is he's a pretty hard driver, younger guy. He doesn't mind sending it. So I've seen him blast some hills pretty hard. He's probably just trying to feel it out.
Speaking of looking not as steep as it really is in person.
yeah. People don't realize some of this stuff, and you come and you're like, wow, this is really gnarly. Again, we got the chance to walk the course this morning and see how big and steep some of these hills are. And again, sometimes from the bottom it doesn't look that bad. You go see it from the top, you're like, this is bad. Come on, get up there, Kenneth. You can see those wheels just throwing dirt and rocks. Man, so stinking close.
Close.
See if he can work it back and forth. And he's got it. Out the top he comes. Oh, man.
Oh, man, he made it up
Dang
the top.
He did.
Carried him a little further than I think he planned on.
Dang it. Great shot there, the back of the production trailer. Oh, there we go. A little backflip action. Man, that stinks. Got to get Keith up there so they can get him recovered. Man, that stinks. Yeah. Yeah. You can see our safety crew hiding between the two trees on the other side of where he was at. Now you can see why. Some of our cameramen are out there as well. See Bub Meadows out there with Addictive Photography. He's up on the hill doing some photography stuff with us today. Bill, our mountain goat, literally, is up there. He's probably up there by the time he's like, right as his last roller, he's like, hey, you want some water? You okay, buddy? Can I get you a snack? You okay? I posted a video earlier this year of Windrock, me rolling. By the time I literally had stopped, Bill's like at the top of the cage, like, hey, buddy, you okay? You need anything? I'm like, yeah. It's kind of creepy how fast you got here. Like, the buggy wasn't done moving, and Bill's already, like, on the top, like, leaning in, like, hey, buddy, you okay? I posted a YouTube video of him leaning in. It was pretty great. You okay? You good? You need anything? Like, yeah, I'm okay. Looks like he's kind of wedged between there. Getting Keith, our recovery expert, down there to help get him flip back over. Colton Hull back down. He's one of our course workers. Him and Justin do a great job running our starting gate and helping do some course work. Man, that stings. He was just climbing out of it, too. Then we've seen a ball of dust. Man. Man, you hate to see that happen.
Well, they got the donkey back on all 4 hooves now, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of a wild ride.
That was. I think that's our first.
Is that a skinny pedal nominee?
I would have to say it is. That's our first DNF for the big bouncers on the second course. I do too, because that dude flat sent it over that edge.
I don't know. Jonathan O'Mary.
That's what I meant. Jonathan O'Mary.
Crazy run.
He just
Daniel
sent it right
and
over.
Jonathan are both.
Daniel did a
definitely-
great job. The reverse wheelie, being able to slap that gateless shifter in and bring it back down is great. But man, Jonathan O'Mary sending it off that ledge, I think that's got to be. That's a hard rollover. I mean, a hard rollover. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. We only have 7 bouncers remaining.
Taylor, can you ask her if she knows which drivers are not running this hill?
It's weird that he's talking to his wife. He's like, "Hey, babe, are these bouncers done?" Ooh. Daniel Heckley is not going to be able to make it. That stinks.
Yeah, I didn't think that they were going to get that fixed.
I'll go down and attempt the course. I ain't scared. Drive shafting over here. You know what? We've seen one guy. We've seen a bouncer. We've seen a small side by side compete at 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, Matt.
Just saying.
What are you waiting for?
Just saying.
Well, this is why I kept the keys in my pocket.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, it's true. That's true. He's like, just in case we got to go, load up the buggy or head to the emergency room. Yeah. What was the thing that didn't surprise you the most about being at your first ever Rock Bouncer event? Or, I'm sure you've seen it on YouTube. You've seen it, obviously, my broadcast stuff. What's something that has really just didn't really surprise you that much?
Well, it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
I think I've been around motorsports my entire life. So, the horsepower.
Yeah.
The sound.
Yeah, feel of it.
Yep. So, it's always nice to be around it.
20 years ago, I went to a NASCAR event, so.
Yeah.
So we've been around motorsports. That didn't surprise you at how just the feel, the sound. Once you go to an NHRA, top fuel car.
Yeah.
That kind of has the same feel across the board, regardless of what the sport is.
Where have you been watching from?
Well, I live in Sullivan, Illinois. So I've been watching live feed for you guys for a couple years now. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And some YouTube videos I send them occasionally.
Yeah.
Every
week.
Yeah, every week.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Only every other day.
I don't like to pump myself up, but
it's usually Matt rolling over.
Yeah. It's hey, check this rollover out. I think it's the same as last week.
Matt, do you want to give us a quick rundown
Sure.
while we're
sounds like we're getting ready
head
to
down to the starting line?
Sounds like we're getting ready to cut back down there. Wade Good sitting first place currently with a 55.5. Justin Wills at a 65.48 coming in second, and Brandon Davis at a 68 in third. Scott Goforth is at fifth. Trent Radcliffe is at fifth. Kenneth Cozine is sixth, and then seventh, eighth, ninth. From sixth on down is all just DNFs currently. So we've had a couple DNFs. A couple guys are going to drop out. It sounds like Daniel Heckley. He had a motor issue. I don't know. They were asking for somebody asking for an oil filter, so maybe it wasn't his oil pan he got. Maybe it's just the filter he knocked off or damaged. Jerry Gray, they said, is out. There's one more. Randall Key, they said, was out. I'm not sure exactly what happened to him. Okay, and there might be a few extras.
I only have 5 times down.
I have 5, yeah. Wade, Justin, Brandon.
Place.
I was reading off the rest of them.
Oh, okay.
That appear on the board. Again, they're all DNFs, unfortunately, or
right.
did not start. John Campbell, Taz Racing.
Thanks for joining us. We're going to swap out.
That was my good buddy Eric. He's hopping out, and Mr. Cozine is going to hop in and give us a little chat. Okay, so here's the deal. We were cheering for you, and it looked like you were out the top, and then we saw a huge cloud of dust, and then they were calling recovery crew. So what happened?
So, watching John here.
Yeah, let's see what John does, and then we want to hear about your experience at the top of the hill.
The dust is brutal.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of Mid-America.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that earlier. I was like, the visibility out there for you guys.
And it wasn't bad
Must be
this
tough.
morning, but it's getting pretty bad pretty quick. Again, John making quick work of this RCV Valley. Love that video angle, kind of ripping down through the valley with it.
John's a natural on this hill.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hear that turbo screaming. Again, taking his time, make sure he's lined up exactly to come for that downhill section. It is a rough looking ride coming down that downhill section. Again, now it's just a race out the top.
Screaming.
And we've watched some guys launch it out the top of this.
Good run, John.
Yeah.
70.226. I think that's a 4th place right now.
Yes.
All right, Kenneth. So tell us, you made it up the hill.
I
but
did
then
make it up the hill, yeah.
You got a little more than you bargained for.
About the 3rd attempt, it finally climbed it, and I cut it hard right to try to sling the buggy around. It was loose up there. Me not having rear steer, it's kind of harder for me to turn in places, and I was trying to slide it around, and it hooked, and I tried to counter steer out of it, and it was going. There was trees in the way, and it piled up in trees, and I couldn't save it. So
who put those trees there?
Yeah.
Rude.
Why do those grow there? Unreal.
Well, we hated seeing that for you.
Yeah, I had a good run my first pass, and I felt really good going in. See what Jack can do.
Jack Porter.
Again, he had a great first run as well.
Good seeing Jack back out here again.
It is.
It's been a hot minute since he was able to come race.
We were talking earlier, and he said he doesn't even care if he gets the race. He just likes coming and hanging out with everyone.
Yeah. I think that's kind of, Eric said that. He said, I couldn't believe how much camaraderie. He's like, he was down there hanging out. And we were, you want some snacks? You want something to drink? What place? Like, he said just the camaraderie is what he is just totally blown away by. And you hear about it in motorsports, but, we get to experience it. It's a little different,
And Jack is such a behind-the-scenes helper, too. I mean, you guys have probably heard us pointing him out on the starting line as our safety our checker, if you will.
Come on.
Before sending drivers off the starting line. Ooh, that was a little sketchy,
Come on.
Jack.
There we go, out the top.
That's exactly what I done like 3 times.
Oh, wow.
Jack's getting a little wild out here.
He is.
Come on, Jack.
There we go.
Driving that mug.
He is.
Come on with it.
Woo.
Yeah.
$76.376.
Wow.
So not only is Jack always helping out behind the scenes, he'll help fix whatever. You got a flat tire now.
Yeah.
He does a safety check on the starting line for all the other drivers. And he's not afraid to throw down and venom.
I think that's safe to say about all the drivers. None of us are afraid of throwing down.
That's true. That's true. You wouldn't be out here if you were.
Wow.
Taylor just asked, is that the first time that Jack finished both hills at a race this year? That's an excellent question. I can't remember.
Yeah.
He definitely did a little victory tour down the hill just now. He went right back down in the middle.
Got Jay Stortz out there in Ford play.
Jay went for a wild ride on hill
He
1.
did. He went for a wild ride. And you know what Clyde said? Clyde said he absolutely just pinned it and didn't lift. He said, I am really proud of him. He said that's definitely a nomination for a skinny pedal.
He took home first on both hills and UTV stock yesterday.
That's impressive.
So.
I was really happy for him.
Yeah.
He's do a good podium, whether UTV or bouncer class.
Yeah, winning first on both hills was awesome. And again, he was in it to win it. That's for sure.
Well, Jay's a driver too. He's been in the sport long enough. He knows where to steer, where to counter steer, gas brake.
He is definitely bouncing through there. See what comes. Come on. He broke something.
Oh.
It looked like it wasn't pulling when he came up out of the valley.
I kind of thought the same
nobody
thing.
Likes
I
to
noticed
see
that.
When they're driving.
Yeah. He rolled against the trees. Okay.
All right. Wow, the dust. It's hard to see what's happening in there.
Yeah. Okay, so he didn't roll over. He just backed into a tree. Rear axle stink. Yeah, it was coming out of that last little bit.
You could tell that the buggy was struggling. You could tell in the RPM as well.
That's what I noticed, too. I thought, man, that buggy's absolutely screaming to get out of there. That makes sense, because it didn't look like his speed did not match his sound. Yeah. Yeah. Colton Holback said it broke in the last hill. It was just waiting to let go now, which I believe. Again, he still sent it though. You got to appreciate that.
All right, I think we've only got 4 drivers left.
Yeah.
Hill 1 knocked several drivers out.
It did knock out quite a few, and that's why we saw a couple of the side-by-side guys at the end kind of go up and kind of give it a college try and then back off. And I thought, you hate not to watch a guy go up and really just send it hard, but if everybody in front of you is broke something, there's really no point in going up and breaking. Save it for the next course and hopefully make up some ground there. And then when every single guy had a DNF, it really didn't, if you're one of the last few guys going, it doesn't make sense to really, unless you're going to just secure that top spot. In my opinion, save the car for the second course and really try to smoke it.
What did you end up breaking on yours?
Rear output shaft.
Daggone.
I know.
Rough day. Poor buggies.
Yeah. All right, Clint Garrison.
Uh-oh. I was supposed to give him fire gloves. Hopefully he found some.
He must have found some from somebody else.
Yeah.
He had 3rd place time on Hill 1.
Yeah.
He beat me out of 4th place by 2 seconds.
By 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Clinton has really done an awesome job.
And he hasn't been in the buggy
moving
very
up
long.
to the bouncer class.
No, hasn't been in the big buggy at all.
It's tough coming back through your own dust.
I feel like he's just kind of a very steady. I mean, he's an aggressive driver, but he's not like wild when he's driving.
Right.
And he does really well with both the UTV and the bouncer.
There you go.
There it is.
See?
Nice.
Look at that. Nothing crazy.
No.
Bump the rear steer.
Nice and smooth.
Didn't come up and hit it super hard. Kind of just came up to it and let it bump up a little bit and hammer down. Use that rear steer around that corner. Woo!
Wow.
Nice.
Launching out the top.
Good run.
Yeah.
Good run.
7-4?
7.4365. And he said Clint launched out the top.
Matt, give us a top 5 rundown real
All
quick.
right, real quick. Wade Good sitting in first. Justin Willis coming in second. Brandon Davis sitting third. John Campbell coming in fourth. Clint Garrison coming in fifth. Jack Porter coming in sixth. Scott Goporth coming in seventh. Trent Radcliffe coming in eighth. And then the rest, we have about 5 DNFs. We have, I think, a few more racers. Jonathan Gibbs, Johnny Andrews, Wyatt Wilson, and Tim Cameron.
All right,
Jonathan Andrews is out? Okay,
so
Jonathan
we've got
Andrews.
Wyatt and Timmy?
Yeah, Timmy on the line.
Okay. So Jonathan Gibbs, Wyatt Wilson, and Tim Cameron are left. And here is the man, Mr. Tim Cameron. We're going to see what he can do. Is he going to bump down Wade or not?
It's been a fun battle watching those two
It really
all
is.
year.
I would much rather watch two guys battle at hardcore than watch one dude just walk away with it. To me, that's not real fun.
And today's been interesting. We've had several top drivers, top 5 in points that have been knocked out. So points could get shook up quite a bit this race.
Timmy's moving. We saw Wade come through that valley, and he was just skimming across it. So, I mean, Timmy's moving quick, but I don't know if he has enough speed. I mean, Wade was, like, out of control skimming that valley. Again, kind of getting lost in his own dust there. Probably having some big drivability issues, or visibility issues there. Making quick work of the corner. And if he doesn't if he doesn't meet Wade, you know. Whoa! Even launching out the top. Ooh. 59.534. That's not enough to knock down Wade.
Wade still got it by 4 points.
Ooh.
4 seconds.
And I don't think Timmy beat him by that much. On the first course.
3 seconds.
3 seconds?
Yeah, 3, almost 4.
And Wade beat him by, 4, pretty much 4 seconds straight up. So it looks
definitely tight.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Is that Wyatt Wilson I hear?
I think so. His buggy sounds a little different. He was telling me that, like, apparently they designed the motor for not a supercharger, and they put a supercharger on it.
Yep.
And he said it's got it feels like a higher stall torque converter. He said, I'm not sure if there's an issue with it or it just sounds different.
So keep in mind, this is Wyatt's first race.
Yes.
It is crazy to see him jump from a little buggy.
Yeah.
Knowing how good of a driver he is in a little buggy.
And he was screaming on that first pass.
He was.
We've had so many drivers start out in the UTV class and then kind of graduate up to the bouncers, and they do awesome with it. And it's a bit of an adjustment, going from the UTVs and then moving up to the horsepower and the tire size and everything else. And like Clint, Wyatt, Wade, Trent, got a bunch of them. It's definitely been fun to watch. Have you ever raced UTVs, Kenneth?
I haven't. I've never raced any UTV. I've raced a couple local fair races with just my full body, but I've never raced a chassis or anything.
That's got to be fun. Go to like a county fair, show up with your full body.
Those are fun. There's a fair coming up by me that next weekend. We used to always race because they do like a tough truck challenge. I haven't done it in a few years, but I have to check it out. All right, this is our last run, Wyatt Wilson. The only UTV tube chassis that I've raced was Paul Wolf's, actually.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
4 years ago or something. It was pretty fun. Whoa!
Oh, man!
Whoa!
Drone down.
No.
Oh, no.
Yesterday, the operator, he clipped a tree and it literally cut the tree branch in half, and he just kept going.
He said if he can get it flipped over, he'll be good.
Come on, Wyatt.
Okay, Wyatt.
All right, pick your line. Oh!
Easy.
My gosh!
Not easy.
Wow!
Oh man!
Man, that is a skinny pedal award there.
Is he over?
Yeah, it looked like he landed on that driver's side.
All right, so remember when I said it's a bit of a difference to go from a UTV to the horsepower of a bouncer? Well,
yeah, thumbs up. We're hearing thumbs up.
I think we're seeing a little bit of that there, but
he sent it.
He definitely sent it.
There he is climbing out.
Wow!
Woo! Look at that.
I'm gonna go make sure everything's good with Wade and all the rest of the racers. So make sure they can get out. So
all right.
We appreciate you coming up here.
Coming up. That was Kenneth Cozine, guys.
Running that bad donkey. Again, that was Wyatt Wilson climbing out of his buggy. He absolutely just sent it. And what a better way to wrap up our bouncer class than that guy putting on a show there.
That was definitely going out with style right there.
That was. So we're going to go ahead and give you our top three, or run through our. Wade Good came in with that 55-second pass, getting in first place. Tim Cameron second and second. Justin Wills sitting in third. Brandon Davis in fourth. John Campbell in fifth. Clint Garrison in sixth. Jack Porter in seventh. Scott Goforth in eighth. Trent Radcliffe in ninth. And the rest were DNFs, did not finish, or even did not start. We had a few that were so broken from the first course they did not start. Let's talk about it.
So broken.
So that wraps up our bouncer for course 2. Again, we'll get all our stuff posted. I don't know. Are we going live for awards?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll we'll be posting awards here shortly.
Yeah, so that wraps everything up for our weekend here at Hawk Pride, guys. Thanks for joining us here on Hillside Live, and I hope you enjoyed the racing action. We will be at Hollerwood, Kentucky, August
26th and 27th.
That'll be our next race, guys, so hopefully we'll see you there. If not, you know where to find us on Facebook.
Yeah. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for watching us. Peace out.
That's all we got.